Hi everyone, this short tutorial is going to talk about how to find and use your TI-84 calculator as a solver for solving complex equations. So the sample question we're going to do here is a part A and a part B. Part A is to find the zeros of the function 3x cubed minus 4x, plus 4x squared minus 3x minus 6. Once we find the zeros, and I'll show you how to do that, the next item says when does f of x equal 1/2? So we're going to go through both of these problems and show you how you can use the calculator to solve any type. And it doesn't have to be a polynomial like this. It can be a trig, it can be exponential or whatever. But this technique of how we're going to do this. So in my calculator, what I've already done here is I've gone to the y equals menu and I've gone ahead and typed in the 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 3x minus 6. And there is a built-in solver on this calculator that you can use that's through your apps. And if you know how to use that, great. I personally like to use this visual technique as another approach of being able to figure out the answer to this equation. So we're going to go ahead and press graph. And you can see that I've already graphed it here, so it's ready to go here. What you'll notice is that you can kind of already see where the 0 is going to be occurring. It's going to be somewhere between 1 and 2. So we don't know exactly where it is, but what we're going to do now is calculate its exact value. And so to do that, we're going to go over and press second trace, and we're going to select option 2, which is 0. And it's going to ask you a few questions. Question 1 is the left bound. So the calculator needs to know where it's going to be targeting the answer for this. So we need to know a number that's to the left of the 0, a number that's to the right of the 0, and then we'll get to that from there. So I know, for example, that this is something bigger than 1. Now, just to be safe, I'm going to type in the number 0 as my left bound, and I'm going to press enter. And then my right bound, we'll use the number 2. So I'll hit 2, press enter, and you can actually see what the calculator has done with these arrows. It's indicating that it's going to target any values of 0 that are between these two values. The next question is a guess. You don't have to guess, but I'm going to go ahead and just say 1.05 for fun. And hey, I wasn't too far off. So the answer here ends up being 1.12 is the value for this function. So this is how we would solve any sort of function when we want to set it equal to 0, is to put the function in as y equals, and then we go ahead and we do the solver from there. But the second sample question said, what if I wanted to find out when this function was equal to 1/2? And I want to just preface this by saying the easiest way to do this without me teaching you a different way is that you would just subtract the 1/2 over, set it equal to 0, and then repeat the process that I've just shown you in these first 2 minutes. But what if you didn't want to do that? What if you wanted to actually get an answer of when the original y equals this thing is equal to 1/2? Well, all you have to simply do is add in the 1/2 as a second equation, y equals 1/2, and you're looking for when these two graphs or these two equations are going to intersect one another. And there it is. So the red line and the blue line indicate the intersection where this is occurring. And so to do that, we're going to once again go to second trace, but this time we're going to go ahead and select option number 5, which is intersect. This now asks us first curve, which is the blue curve. So right now I have it selected, and you can use the up and down button to switch between the different curves. So if you have like 3, 4, or 5 different curves, that's going to help you indicate the difference. So we have the blue one selected, press enter. We have the red one selected, press enter. Again, you don't have to technically put it in guess in. I'll just go ahead and say 1.1. And we get an answer here of the intersection as 1.155 as my final answer. So again, in summary, when you want to set an equation equal to 0, you can put it in the y equals menu and then look for its zeros through the second trace button. Or if you have the equation set equal to a specific value, you set each of those sides of the equation as their own value in y equals, graph it, and then look for the intersection points from there.